Good morning, and thank you so much for the opportunity to be here today. It's so nice to see many familiar faces. And like she said, I was sitting here just 2 years ago, and I remember it like it was yesterday. Very giddy with excitement, heart pounding, and just super excited to have my opportunity to walk across the stage. So let's take a moment, because that can get us all flustered and excited, to just take a deep breath and sink into this moment and savor it, because you've all worked very hard to get here today. You've done it. You've finished a long, hard fought journey. And as we celebrate the graduates, I also want to recognize your support systems, family, friends, faculty, and staff who walked alongside you. Thank you for showing up and supporting and believing in them. I feel incredibly honored to be here, and honestly, I could probably talk for hours, but I think I might be the only thing standing between you, graduation, and hopefully some pretty epic celebrations later today. So today you're gonna get the Cliff Notes version of a very wild adventure that got me here. I was born right here in Hendersonville, and born and raised, graduated from Hendersonville High School, and savored my childhood and my upbringing in these Blue Ridge Mountains. My maiden name is Meadows, and over time that name has taken on tremendous significance and meaning for me. Because when I think about a meadow, I think about a living, breathing ecosystem, a place where everything and everybody has a role, where things grow and connect and support one another. I've moved through many different seasons, different careers, and different experiences, doing my best to contribute to each place I've been, while also being nurtured by it, and then carrying those lessons forward. While I was in nursing school here at Blue Ridge, I learned something about my own ancestry and my family history that really changed how I saw my own unique journey. I discovered that my 4 times great-grandmother was a midwife here in Western North Carolina, traveling on horseback through these mountains and caring for women. She could not read or write. She didn't have a formal education or any degrees, but through faith, partnership, and support of her family and community, she became a very trusted healer in our region. Her name was Mary Jane King Justice, and she was affectionately known as Dr. Polly. Learning about her reminded me that purpose, wisdom, and calling don't always thrive in a traditional path, straightforward, no stops. That stayed with me because my path hasn't been very traditional either. After a lifetime of complex health challenges, I was diagnosed with a rare genetic disorder, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, when I was 36 years old. And for perspective, I'll be 43 this summer. I know that's hard to believe. But in 2020, I experienced a major life-changing health crisis. It forced me to slow down like I had never been before. I was in and out of the hospital, surgeries, complication after complication, and it was in the thick of COVID, where there were very strict visiting privileges in the hospital. So much of this time I was by myself in the hospital without my family. But what I did have was tremendously amazing nurses and CNAs and doctors and staff that supported me through quite possibly the most trying time of my life. In that stillness, I started asking myself what really matters. And what kept coming up for me was this deep calling to be in healthcare, to become a women's health nurse practitioner. That path was not clear, but I took the next right step. I started taking prerequisites here at Blue Ridge Community College in January of 2021 and working towards what I thought was the right program, the perfect path to get me to becoming a women's health nurse practitioner. The program that I was interested in and had my eyes set on, the first information session I went to, they told me, don't even bother applying. Your GPA from 16 years ago will not be competitive enough for our program. I was devastated. But thankfully for people here at Blue Ridge, many people, I can't name all their names, but particularly Lee Angel and Glenda McCarson, they talked to me, they let me have a pity party, they let me be so mad and so frustrated that this prize that I had my eyes set on was not gonna work out. But they were my community, they supported me, and they let me see that there was another pathway, there was another option. And they helped me take that next right step, preparing for the T's, taking the T's test, and ultimately getting accepted to the associate's degree in nursing program here at Blue Ridge. This program helped me see that I could be all the various versions of myself and maintain my goals, my health, and my family. What I thought was a detour turned out to be exactly what I needed. It allowed me to stay rooted in this community that I treasure. It allowed me to move at a pace that honored my health. And it allowed me to be a wife, a mother, a student, continue to be actively involved in my community, and find the courage to become an entrepreneur and a fierce advocate for rural health and women's health. It allowed me to become all those parts of me, not just one. During that time, something also happened. I discovered the Women's Health Nurse Practitioner program at Duke University, and that they happened to have a non-traditional pathway. They didn't require me to have a Bachelor of Science in Nursing like every other program I looked at required. They accepted my business degree from Appalachian State and my associate's degree that I was earning here at Blue Ridge Community College. In March of 2024, just before I graduated, I was accepted to Duke University. I started that fall, and now I'm on track to graduate in December of this year. That no I received earlier wasn't a rejection. It was redirection into something that fit me better than I could have planned myself. And that's where I truly began to understand the power of and. I am a nurse, and a student, and a business owner, and a mom, and a wife. Life wasn't asking me to choose between those roles, it was asking me to integrate into all of them and step into my power. Just like a meadow, some of us are deeply rooted oak trees, steady and grounding. Some of us are pollinators, moving between spaces, connecting ideas, and bringing things to life. Both are necessary, and both are valuable. Part of my journey also meant learning more about myself. And as an adult learner, I discovered that I am neurodivergent, and that changed a lot of things, especially how I learn. So I realized that for a long time, I had been trying to force myself to fit into systems that weren't built for people like me. And I thought if I just tried harder, worked harder, put in more effort, I would eventually get it right. But what I learned is success isn't about forcing yourself to fit into the system. It's about understanding yourself well enough to advocate for what you need. My diagnoses aren't limitations. They were clarity that brought me back to another important lesson. And both of my parents will probably laugh out loud when I say this. You don't know everything. I spent most of my life and a lot of my childhood thinking that I knew everything. But it's about knowing who you are, knowing what your gifts are, and knowing where to go to for support. Wherever life takes you, take the time to find your community, your people, your support system, because we're not meant to do this alone. Some of you probably have a full crowd here today, but some of you might feel like you've done this completely on your own. But today, you're not alone. You're part of this community, this family of Blue Ridge Community College. Life will have mountaintops and valleys. And just like the meadow, there's space for all of us. When we lift each other up, we strengthen the whole. And just like any ecosystem, balance matters. Even something as essential as water can become destructive when it's out of balance. We all saw that in 2024 when Helene devastated our region. But what we also saw was the power of our community, of how people in need, even when they were suffering and struggling, showed up for their neighbor. Even in these moments, as people come together, it gives us this living, breathing example of community. So as you step into this next chapter, step boldly and stay grounded. Be authentic and stay flexible. Your path does not have to be linear and straightforward to be meaningful. When you're not sure what to do next, just take the next right step. Step into this next chapter, stay curious, be courageous, and when you hear no, don't always take it as final. Sometimes the no is just not right now, or it might be a whisper from something bigger than yourself saying there is a better way forward. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Keep your eye on your goal and be relentless in the pursuit of what you feel called to do. And as you move forward, remember to lift others up along the way. Wherever life takes you, never stop growing, never stop learning, and never stop sharing your gifts with the world. And I'll leave you with this. It's not just the success, it's the lessons. It's not just the peaks, the mountaintops, and the celebrations, it's the valleys. And it's not just the destination, it's the journey. Remember the power of and. I can't wait to see in a few years which one of you might be up here making a speech and what your power of and becomes. Congratulations, class of 2026.